You're watching After the Whistle, Season 2, Episode 1. Welcome to the show. I'm Coach Moore, Coach Tester, Coach Crig. Gentlemen, it's good to be back. Our second season, first episode, and we're ready to rock and roll. Well, at least it looks like Crig is over here anyhow.
I am ready.
Ready to roll. All right. Well, before we get started, get into everything, let's fill everything out. What have you guys been doing?
Well,
Crigger's been traveling. I know. I'm surprised
I
he's here
have.
tonight.
We've had a good summer, quick, but got to watch a couple scrimmages.
I'm sure that was the
When
highlight.
I came back, the highlight of my summer is to get back and watch a couple scrimmages. Talked to a few coaches to try to get in the loop to see what's going on. And looks like it's going to be a pretty good year for some teams.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good year for some teams.
What about the others?
I don't know.
For some teams it won't be. Got a chance to see several teams there at the Twin Valley scrimmages, Mountain Mayhem, and nobody really stood out, but did see some really good-looking players. And as Coach said, he was there as well. Got to talk to several coaches, and a lot of them have some pretty high expectations. Some of them were in the process of rebuilding. What have you seen?
Well, I was at the Central scrimmage, Central Grundy and Thomas Walker, and like I said earlier, I think Central out of those teams was probably one of the most improved, probably the best team there. But Grundy looks like they're going to be young this year, rebuilding year for them, and you know what to expect when you got a lot of young kids on your roster and what they lost last year. And I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a rebuilding year for them. Thomas Walker, Nick Johnson, and they got some good-looking kids, and I think they'll be right in the mix of that Cumberland district. So you never count those guys out.
Should be interesting. I've heard a couple of kids already went down, had a couple of unfortunate injuries at a couple of places. Twin Valley had 2 kids go down to scrimmage, but it looks like both those kids are going to be okay and ready to play. Have you guys heard of any significant injuries or anything?
No.
I think Dylan Hall over Hurley is going to be, I think he's out a couple of weeks for Hurley. Don't know for sure how long. I think he's got a little tear in his patella tendon or something like that. They say in a couple of weeks. So I don't know, but that'll hurt them.
I know Grundy was dealt a big blow the other night. Jake McCoy was involved in an automobile accident, and my understanding is everything is okay. He came out of it, healthy enough, I guess, where you say that they're just thankful that nothing bad happened. But it's questionable as to whether or not he'll be able to play football moving forward. So that could be a huge blow to Grundy's football season.
That's true. If he don't play, I mean, he's a senior leader.
So a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening throughout the region. Before we get cranked up, we would like to go ahead and mention our sponsors real quick. CarQuest Auto Parts, Hurley Pharmacy, Economy Drug, Wooden Horse Grill is back once again, Grundy Auto Sales back, Buchanan Therapy Services, Buchanan General Hospital, and of course Hurley IGA. All back as our sponsors this year, and we appreciate those sponsors. Now, if you're watching the show, we want to remind everyone real quick, you're not going to pick the show up on the radio like you did last year. The show is going to be exclusively available on YouTube and on podcast via Spreaker, and you can go on Spreaker, you can go to iTunes, anywhere that you get your podcast, you'll be able to download the show. So that'll be a little bit of a twist, but other than that, most of you have already been receiving it via YouTube or watching it from our Facebook page. So
And that's not Jerry Spreaker either.
Spreaker, yeah, it's called Spreaker, but we'll get more into that a little bit later on. But we want everybody, as many people as possible, to subscribe to the show. So if you have an opportunity, when you go to YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. That means a whole lot to us, and it helps us know that you're watching.
And share it.
Share it with everyone you know, and that helps us get the word out. So once again, the show will not be available on the radio. It will be exclusively on YouTube and or available on podcast.
Because like those kids say, and we need to go viral.
Viral.
Is it vital?
Viral.
Viral. Not vital.
Viral. And if you see the lights going on and off here, well, we're coming to you live from Bellacino's, and they need business. They need a light bulb really bad, and hopefully we can get that taken care of. Coach Tester over here. Normally at this time each week we would cover last week's games. Of course, there weren't any games last week, except there were a few out of here, and I want to mention a couple of them real quick.
Scrimmages.
Yeah, other than scrimmages, yeah, there were some scrimmages to take note of. So instead of recapping those, we're going to hit those scrimmages. Were you guys able to catch any of them? And go ahead, Coach. I'll let you go first.
Well, I was on the box at Central High School,
Okay.
where we scrimmaged Marion. Had a lot of good things happen. A lot of things we need to work on, but overall, I think we ended up winning the game 27-7. But like I said, can't really tell a lot about scrimmages. You don't know what they're playing, who they're playing, and how long they're going to play their one. So can't really buy a lot into that. You just got to take the fundamentals, technique, and try to coach them up from what you saw in that scrimmage.
Twin Valley went over to Lebanon and played, and I think Gate City, Thomas Walker, Hurley, who else am I forgetting? Thomas Walker, Hurley, Gate City, Lebanon, Northwood was there. Twin Valley, the first scrimmage with Lebanon, I think the final score was 13-0, and the second scrimmage they had with Gate City was 16-8. I think it was, and originally it was reported 16-0, but I think it was 16-8. Gate City, really good looking fullback, and they're looking a lot different, and I think Gate City's moving in the right direction as well. Twin Valley very young.
Hurley played Gate City pretty tough. There's a lot of
6-0.
lot of pads popping out there.
I heard it was very aggressive. Said that Hurley really got to the ball well. They looked really good defensively, and said it was a very physical game.
I think they got one. It was 6-0, but I think Hurley got one touchdown called back also. So
They did. They had a touchdown called back. But like you said, that is scrimmages, but nonetheless, it does give you a little bit of a snapshot of what's.
Then I think Thomas Walker Hurley's score was 22-12.
Yeah.
Hurley, yeah.
Anybody else? Did you see anybody last week?
No, I did not. I was referee.
Yeah,
AAU.
He was officiating daddy ball in what area? Was it?
Gatlinburg, Rocky
Gatlinburg.
Top.
Officiating daddy ball in Rocky Top. All right, with that, we'll move straight on into our big news segment. And our big news segment, couple of things going on. We got some new coaches in Southwest Virginia. Some of the names I'll throw out there. Tim Johnson is now the head football coach at Northwood. Austin Cooper is the new head coach at Hurley. Coach Cottle is now at the helm over at J.I. Burton. And Tim Smith is the new head football coach at Marion. Gentlemen, I know you are familiar with Tim, so I'll let you speak in regards to him and what you expect.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, Tim Johnson, I think he's from the area. His dad coached and lives in Saltville. And I forgot that he got the job, and when we were over at the Jamboree watching at Twin Valley, Northwood was very improved and throwing the football, and I mean, I was over there kind of just like, wow, I mean, Northwood, did they get some more kids out? No, it was the same kids, but they're playing good. Until I found out Coach Johnson's coaching them, I was bragging on him, but I can't brag on him too much. It gets the big head. But no, Coach Johnson will do great at Northwood. He's a great coach. He's good with kids, and that's going to be a big positive for Northwood down the road.
Coach, I'll let you speak regarding Austin Cooper over at Hurley.
Well, I think Austin, he's a former player of mine, former basketball player. I think he's well known in the Hurley area, but I think he'll do a great job. And like I said, he's young and full of energy, so he's one of those guys. And like I said, I think the kids really respond well to him, and I think they'll play hard for him.
His dad had a lot of enthusiasm, had a way of working with kids, and I don't think Austin's quite as crazy as his dad, but he's got a good way of communicating with kids.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know if anybody's as crazy as he is.
But I know Austin he's a student of the game. I coached him at quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks I've coached, and like I said, I think he'll once he gets in the groove, he'll do well.
I'm working with him at school. We talk about it from time to time. I can tell he's very excited. That first game is coming up this week. Another one, Coach Cottle over at Burton. Any of you guys know Coach Cottle?
No, but I did watch their scrimmage, and they got
did
off the
also.
ball well. They look like, to me, not saying anything about the other teams, but they look like the best team there.
I
And,
definitely thought Morton was the best team at Jamboree at Twin Valley.
and it looked like he's doing a good job, and he was all excited. We talked to him, and guys, if you go on after the whistle, we'll try to post our interviews that we had with them on, and you can get up to date on what they're doing or what they're planning on doing. But like I said, you'll have to go subscribe and get on there and share the videos, and hopefully they'll be up and ready to go here soon.
Coach Krieger mentioned that we interviewed probably 10 or 12 coaches all together and over that course of that weekend. So there's some opportunities to. I think it was Coach Johnson. I mentioned a few of them: Coach Johnson, Coach Cottle, Coach Jeremy Ward at Twin Valley. We spoke with Jamie Hughes from Rural Retreat.
Coach Warner,
Coach
George Witt.
Coach Warner, Keith Warner. I say Warner from Twin Springs.
Oh, yes.
And Coach
Horner.
And you also spoke
Coach
with
Mance.
Coach Mance. Got him a jar of Mance cream while he was over there.
Krieger, they said Krieger's trying to move in over there and his wife had to run him out of the house the other night, so, you know, I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, boy,
You never can
Wonder if
tell.
he had an
That
extra
cream
bedroom or
works.
something.
Mance cream
the
worked.
Matt's cream works.
And I tell you, they left that Mance cream in Richlands there that last game they played.
Well,
They
my
sure
back's
did.
been hurting too, so I'm gonna have. I mean, that Palmer butter it should be pretty good.
Yeah, with your back hurting, this is a shameless plug, you might be able to go down to McKinnon Therapy Services and get your back taken care of.
That's right.
With that being said, big news, fellas, Greenville, no down in Tennessee, lost the first game that they've lost since 2016. 30 game winning streak, I believe it was, and they lost to Powell County 19-17.
And Greenville has a new coach. Might not set well,
And that's.
but you know,
But they
when the
did lose
coaches
their coach.
leave,
Yes.
they ain't leaving. If you're in a place like that, they starting over, I guess,
Yeah.
and you want to bring a new coach in, and it's just gonna take time.
Well, they lost a ton of players, but like you said, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just can't tell people that.
That's right.
So,
There's a-
tough situation for the new head coach. I'm not sure who it is, but that was interesting news coming out of this past week down there. And I will mention, I thought the Tennessee High and the Dobbins Bennett game was aired on NBC. Did you guys get a chance to watch that?
I did not.
I recommend that they're doing a program now on NBC on, I think it's airing on Saturdays. Not sure if it's
Yeah,
airing on
I got
Friday
my
night.
cousin. They did it last year. I watched Elizabethton play.
Friday Night Rivals.
Yes.
Excellent coverage. I mean,
Yes.
as good of, I mean, they probably got 8 or 10 cameras set up. Everything is very well organized, and it's an excellent production for high school football. And they are coming to Southwest Virginia to do a game, and I think it's the Ridgeview Union game that's going to be aired. So that'd be one everybody will want to catch a little bit later on. And finally, in big news, Washington Post article was talking about the evolution of football, and it's a really neat article. You can go to Washington Post, check it out, and I think someone actually shared it on the Southwest Virginia Sports message boards. It's an article written by a lady named Samantha Pohl, and it's talking about how football offense has evolved, and we of course know the game has changed because of CTE and all these things. And the offense, as the offense has evolved, defenses fell behind, but now you're looking at defensive linemen that look like linebackers, and you've got linebackers that look like basketball players. And so the game is evolving as we're watching it, and it's going from being a game of tremendous size to a game of speed and quickness. And not just, in the past you would find a team that might utilize speed or quickness. This appears to be the way the entire game is going.
Speed is taking over.
Yeah,
Speed is taking over. All right, so that's an interesting article to check out. All right, we'll go to a break and we'll be back right after these messages. All right, welcome back. It's Grundy Auto Sales, and Grundy Auto Sales is a sponsor of Stump the Crig. That's right, the moment that everybody looks forward to every evening here on the show. And today we've got Coach Krieger here with us. And as we've said before, we have a hermetically sealed envelope. This envelope has been under the watchful guard of security in a bank, and it was recently delivered by an armored truck. And the gentleman brought it to us, and he has not seen these questions. And I'm about to open the envelope, and we're going to ask him the question and see if we can stump the Crig. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He is ready. All right. Here we go. The question for the Crig this evening. Let me throw two questions at him today. What is a trash bag called before you put trash in it?
What is a trash bag called before you put trash in it? That's easy. It's a bag. It's a bag. Oh, you put potted meat in the bag, it'd be a potted meat bag. I mean, you put dog food in it, it's going to be a dog food bag. Well, that's easy. So if you put trash in a bag, it will be trash bag.
I'm not arguing with you.
So it's just a bag.
It's just a bag. You put yourself in it, it's a human bag. You put some parts in it, well, I don't know.
Put rocks in it, it's a rock
Okay.
bag.
You put church in it, Anthony Church, it'd be a douche bag.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
About
boy.
that?
How about
I bet
that?
church won't come on the show now.
Big Dad will be on
Oh,
here.
my goodness.
We'll get Big
God
Dad
Almighty.
on
All right.
here.
Once again, we have failed to stump the Crig. Why do we even try? I do not know. All right, we'll be back right after these messages.
Hope you
All right,
believe-
folks, we're still talking about the bag. Welcome back to the show here. This segment of the program, of course, is brought to you by Hurley IGA. Hurley IGA, located in Hurley, Virginia. They've got sandwich trays, meat trays, fruit trays, vegetable trays, anything that you need for your gathering. They've got some wonderful deals. And of course, usually about the time the holidays start rolling around, they'll have some pallet items in there as well. You need to stop by and see the folks at Hurley IGA, located in Hurley, Virginia.
And you know what they say about the IGA?
Yeah.
What's that?
You can't beat their meat.
I got
So
you.
go down there and get
I-
your meat. You can't beat their meat.
I get a lot of meat down there.
Yeah.
And you can't beat it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. It's time for a top five. Of course, that's what this segment is all about. And we've looked at this list. We went up and down it. We've paid our picks. And gentlemen, we're going to start out with our 1A top five. And Coach Tester, we'll start with
Got the
number
drum
five.
roll
Get the
going.
drum roll going. Yeah, we'll pop that in.
After 2 scrimmage weeks now, it's still hard to figure out, but this is where I got my 1A top 5 at right now.
Okay.
Number 5 is Doug Hubbard's Homeacre Tigers coming in at number 5 in 1A.
Doug Hubbard's Homeacre Tigers rebounded big after that scrimmage. They had a not so good first scrimmage, but they did a much better job in the second one.
Right. I
That's
think they-
reasonable. I can understand that.
What they have? It's East Side. Yeah, I think they beat East Side. I don't know. They scored a lot of points. I don't know how much defense was played in the game, but I did see that film, and they kicked to East Side, and East Side returned 3 kicks on them and a punt return. So Luke Owens, do not kick to number 22, and I don't know the other number. This is 6 maybe, but I wouldn't kick to them. All right, number 4. Coming in at number 4, I thought was a much improved team, maybe from the last year. I got the George with Maroons coming in at number 4.
George With, I can see that.
And number 3, which I said we was impressed with them earlier at the Twin Valley scrimmage. I got the John I. Burton Raiders at number 3 in the 1A poll.
The Raiders.
And number 2, which could be, might change here in a couple weeks, we'll see, but I got Mark Palmer's Patrick Henry Rebels coming in at number 2. And at number 1 in 1A. To be the team, you gotta beat the team. And they've still been impressive so far in the preseason after losing all those seniors, and I'm going with the Chilhowee Warriors at number 1 in 1A.
Chilhowee back at top number 1 here. Of course, this is week
I got
1.
some of the same teams, but a little different, different.
What you got?
What you got?
Number 5, I got the Burton Raiders. I was kind of impressed with them. I think they're going to have a decent season if they stay healthy, just like everybody else. I mean, number 4, I had George Wythe. I mean,
Right.
you got to have them in there. I mean, year in, year out. Number 3, I have the Hurley Rebels.
Early Rebels.
I have the Hurley Rebels, guys. I mean, if they stay healthy and
Pressure.
and everything's there, boys, from what they had last year, you got 18 seniors. What was that? 15.
15.
Sorry, 15. But anytime you have those boys and they start clicking,
Oh, yeah.
anything can happen there. So I've got Hurley at number 3. And number 2, I had to go with Crig. Patrick Henry, because,
You might be putting that Palmer cream on here for too long.
yeah.
Malibu
Mark.
cream.
Malibu.
Malibu Mark. That's true.
And then number 1, guys, I mean, like Coach Tester said and everybody says, until somebody beats them, the Chilhowee Warriors are the number 1 team in 1A.
I'd agree with Coach Krieger's top 5, so I would probably lean that way. I don't see Homemaker cracking that top 5, so I'm with you on that one. And I agree with having Burton at number 5, and then from there I'm pretty much lined up with you as well. So
Never count Doug Hubbard out.
yeah, well, I'm not counting him out, but
I think I think this might be his last hoorah.
it could be. That's something that we can speculate on all year.
We'll ask him. We'll bring him on the
We'll
show.
bring him on the show and just come right out and ask him, and then he won't tell us. And we'll ask him.
Are you ready for
He
number
might.
2?
All right, let's go to 2A. 2A, top 5.
This is a good one. Coach Krieger, get ready.
You want me to go first?
Oh, I'm going first. I'm going to let you. Number 5 in 2A. Coach Krieger's favorite, the Tazewell Bulldogs, coming in at number 5 in 2A. Had some impressive scrimmages.
You can't be in the top 5
Without
beating single A schools. I mean, they're double A. I mean,
They played well against Ridgeview.
did they win?
I don't know. The scrimmages, you can't say you won a scrimmage or not. I mean, that ain't saying a whole lot. If you say
You
you
comparing them to Ridgeview now? Y'all heard that over at Dixon County. No, they should be improved. I agree with you, but I don't have them on my top 5.
Number 4, the Union Bears, Travis Turner's Bears, coming in at number 4. Number 3, oh Lord, where's that cream at? Give me that cream. We got the man's cream coming out.
3.
Number 3 is the Big
You don't
Blue
need no cream,
Tornadoes.
you
at
got 'em
number
at 3.
I got them at 3. Number 2, I got the Wolfpack of Ridgeview coming in at number 2. Number 1, I had it, man. Number 1. Number 1.
You need to borrow that.
Tony Palmer's G-Men.
The G.
The G-Men. Gonna do it again this year, they say. Do you agree?
I would not count them out of it. No,
I ain't gonna
wouldn't.
tell you what I think
What do you think?
until you want me to read mine too.
All right, we got Coach Tester's top 5. What do you got?
Guys, at number 5, and this is going to be like you have Tazewell. There's another improved team that's going to be out there, and you work for them.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Y Central Warriors, baby. I got the Y Central Big Luke Warriors at number 5. They entered the top 5 this year starting out, and I do believe that. I think that's good there. Number 4, I'm there with Union. With
I just
Coach
didn't want to be
Tester.
biased. Didn't want to be biased.
Well, I can
you
be.
know.
I just,
All right.
I agree. But
I
number
hope you're
4,
right.
number 4, I've got Union. But like I said, these next 4 could go either way.
No, that's a bad sign.
But number 3, I got the Ridgeview Wolfpack.
Oh, he's flipped.
I got the Ridgeview
Oh.
Wolfpack. Say, guys, I mean,
Coach
you lost a
Buzz.
very good running back last year.
Sold his soul.
Hey, I'm all for them. I root for the Wolfpack. They know I'm Wolfpack
that's
fans. We got to see. It's preseason. And number 2. No, actually, I'm going to go number 1. My number 1 pick. So, it's Richlands and Graham. Who did I pick to be number 1?
I know you ain't stupid, so.
Give it to me. My number 1 pick in 2A is the Graham
I know
G-Men.
you hate to do that.
I mean, the big R at number 2, guys, and you know, if you want to be at that number 1 spot, it's like we said with your Howie, you got to beat them. You got to beat them, and it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough.
It's going to be tough. I watched some of them videos and stuff that Coach Palmer got out there. He's got them believing. He's got them working. Then I was in over there at Richlands. Same thing. They believe it. They working. I mean, it's going to be tough, but as of right now, Graham G-Man, boys.
Well, I'll go number 5 with Wise.
That, and I don't have a Richlands hat.
Wise Central. He hasn't given you a hat at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
As much as you patronize.
Just that cream.
Well, that's unreal. I figured you'd be decked out looking like one of the coaches or something.
Well, the reason I didn't get Central, we want to sneak up on people. We don't want to put us out there right now. So,
Well, I got Central at 5,
good choice.
Union at 4, Richlands at 3, and of course, Ridgeview 2, and Graham 1. So I'm pretty much lined up with you, with the exception of that Ridgeview.
The big R,
Richlands.
boys. Y'all don't have faith in the big R.
Yeah, the big R I got faith in right now is Ridgeview.
I'm just waiting to see, guys. Ridgeview's going to be there. Like I said, that's 3 good ones. And you throw Union and Wise in there, guys, you don't know.
Well, that's good football.
Couple injuries. I mean, you know, hopefully everybody stays injury free, but it's football.
Well, some of these teams here, one player go out here or there, and it could change the entire dynamic of the team and affect their entire season. But those are 5 pretty daggone good teams right there.
Good teams.
And if you throw Tazewell in there, 6, they're going to be much improved. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see after things turn out this week what their top 5 looks like next week. With that being said, coming up next is Pigskin Prognostications. We'll be right back. All right, thanks to Buchanan General Hospital for sponsoring our Pigskin Prognostications. And this year, we're actually going to keep a tally of these picks, and at the end of it, we're going to crown a champion. That's right. Somebody is going to be crowned a champion. It's going to be one of us 3, and one of us will have bragging rights. And with that being said, we're going to head and jump right straight into it. Coach Krieger, you've got the schedule for this week.
All right.
Let's make our predictions.
We got 10 games, and not all the games are on here, but we picked 10 games here. And the first game on the docket, guys, is Wise Central at Eastside.
Who you got?
Wise. Guys, it's going to be, I know that Eastside's, Coach Rhodes over there doing a good job. But boys, Wise, too much speed. They're ready. They've been talking about this group of kids coming through here, and it's the time's now for Wise. I think they win big.
I think I'm gonna, we could see a shutout here. I'm gonna say 30+ points wise.
I'm not gonna make a statement like that because I always respect my opponent. So I'm going with Central Wise to win the ball game.
Okay.
I'm going with
So
Central
we got
Wise to
Wise
win the ball
across the
game.
board there. All right, who's next?
Gate City at the Big R.
Gate City.
Still, I know Jeremy's heading in the right direction, but Richlands probably come out big, I think.
I think Rich Lands will cruise through this one in the second half. I think Gate City's going to give them a little bit to work with there in the first half. So I think Gate City's going to make a statement that they're not the same old Gate City, but Rich Lands will pull away in the second half.
Well, you know, Gate City has improved. I've seen the Hurley film. I think they're coming off the ball well. I think they're physical. I think they're going in the right direction. But they're a rebuilding program facing a program.
Yeah.
A program. So that's where you're at. And I think Richlands wins big.
Gosh. 2 for 2, ain't we?
Yeah.
All right. John Battle at Abingdon. Again, Abingdon. I think Abingdon had a good scrimmage last week against Coach Palmer and Patrick Henry, and I think they'll be ready for the John Battle. But again, guys, they're going to be playing with a lot of emotion.
Oh yeah.
That first game. It's not at home, but you know, with Coach Odom and everything and what he meant to that program, all athletics at John Battle, they're going to be playing with emotion. But I got Abingdon.
I think Abingdon gets them on this one. I agree with Coach Krieger. It's always a big game when these two meet. It's going to be packed house, and the Trojans will be playing with on a lot of emotion. I just don't think they've got the firepower to keep up with Abingdon, so I'm going with the Falcons.
I agree. I think John Battle comes out with a lot of motion and keeps it close for the first quarter, and then it breaks open, and Abingdon wins big, and they should win big with 1,200 kids, you know, triple A.
You're right.
So,
all right, Union at Lehigh. Another one, guys. I mean, Lehigh, new coach, I think.
That's a
We
new
forgot
coach
about
there,
that.
yes, sir.
I think, he's a new coach, but I got Union in this one, guys. Don't know what the score will be, but I don't think it probably be close.
I think I go with Union as well. I think Union's got this.
don't know much about Lee, but it seems like they've been on a struggle a few years. Union's still got some talent. Going with Union.
All right,
So far, we're all picking the same ones.
Somebody's got to switch it up.
That's
No,
what
we
I'm
don't,
saying.
because that's what's going to put the heat. It's going
Yeah,
to
early
might
on.
make a lot of people mad at us trying to go for his bragging rights.
All right, we got one here next that somebody might could flip up.
All right, we got Ridgeview at John I. Burton. There ain't no bad bulls. We on the Ridgeview trial. We know who we're going to pick. I'm picking Ridgeview.
We'll sit back with a cup of that wolf cream and enjoy watching the
Bulls, they got Bubba Edwards back over there.
Uh-oh.
Big
really?
Bubba Edwards. You don't know Bubba,
No,
do
no,
you?
but
C.D. Hilton.
Yeah.
C.D. Hilton.
okay. All right, so who I've got
Ridgeview.
Who you got?
I got the Wolfpack in this, but I think J.I. Burton keeps it close for 2 quarters. I think it's going to be a good game for 2 quarters. I'm going to say 28-14 Ridgeview.
All right, next game on the docket at Honeacre at Lebanon.
This is going to be a good game to watch. Buy a ticket to.
No, it
It
ain't.
will be.
No,
it ain't.
It will.
I got Honeacre in this one.
Hubbard
Maybe
wins.
close at the first quarter, and it's going to be.
Doug wins by 21.
Okay, I got Honeacre as well.
I got
But I'm
Honeacre.
saying it's a big rivalry game, and usually you can throw the records out the window. Even in seasons where one team go 10-0, the other one go 1-9, it's slobber knockers, and I think it's going to be a closer game. Y'all think? Maybe wrong.
No.
I was wrong once. I was wrong one time. I thought I was wrong about something. Found out later that I wasn't. So the only time that I was actually wrong was when I thought I was wrong about something.
All right, next game on the docket, Tazewell at Virginia High.
Now, this is the one that's going to.
No, guys,
Okay.
what do you do? Virginia High will win this game
Where's it at?
at Virginia High. I'm going with Virginia High.
It's at Virginia High. I'll take the Bearcats as well.
I am going with the new and improved Bulldogs. Too much speed for Virginia High. I think Virginia High is down this year from what I've heard, and I think the Tazewell Bulldogs have got to get out the gate strong.
If they come out of the gate strong, they could do well.
I'm going with the Tazewell Bulldogs on this.
All right, so now we got a shake-up.
Now,
Got my top 5, man. I gotta go with it.
we got Grundy at Twin Valley.
Uh-oh. 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 Who you got over there, Crig? Your old team
You know,
or your alma mater?
very close game, I think.
I think it's gonna be a good one.
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Worth the price of admission, this one will be. And it's at Twin Valley Field, so be sure to come by and buy something. Athletic department needs the funds.
Well, well, I put that one on here.
You wouldn't think of
Who you got?
He's scared to be.
Oh, mate. Guys, I think it's going to be a close game. Both.
Who you got?
Flip a coin.
Who you
Flip a coin,
got?
that way you can blame it on the corner. Rock, paper, scissors or something.
You know, good buddies. at
Either
Twin
one.
Valley.
Either one you pick is gonna be upset.
I got good buddies up there, but you know,
Bragging
we're
rights.
playing. That's right. That's right. I'm going, guys. I'm going with Grundy on this one. Close game, but I think the numbers. The number game comes in effect.
Could be a
with
big factor.
Everybody playing special teams, kickoff, been there, done that. I just think Grundy might pull it out at the end, but if Twin Valley's hanging around in the fourth quarter,
It's like one of them
It'll
rose.
keep different.
It's like one of those rose ceremonies on The Bachelor when they try and tell somebody they ain't gonna pick them. That's kind of what he's doing here. He's gotta let them down easy. So you got Grundy. I'm going with Twin Valley in this one. And I think I agree with exactly what Coach Krieger's saying. I think if Twin Valley can control the clock and move the ball effectively, use some possessions that uses the clock, even if they're not scoring, and play keep away, that they've got a chance to make a good game out of this.
And that's another thing. They have to protect the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's on punts. I mean, good snaps.
Yes.
And that's the same way with Grundy. They had a lot of fumble snaps.
In a game like this,
It's going special teams.
one big
It's
special
right.
teams play can change the entire dynamic of the game. So that's going to come into play a big role.
But I know Coach Ward, Coach Bonham's going to be ready, but
This is a tough game to pick.
tough game.
All right, who you got?
I'm still undecided. So you got Twin Valley and you got Grundy. I seen Grundy. I seen Twin Valley. And I think they're both, they're struggling rebuilding wise. Grundy's more numbers. Could be a factor. I think it's going to be a tight one. I'm going with the Golden Wave to come away with a tight game. Hard one to pick.
It is.
Hard
It's
to
a tough
pick.
game to pick. Tough game
Hard
to
one
pick.
to pick.
All right, what you got next?
Reds, the
Reds.
Tug Valley and Hurley.
Easy pick.
Tug Valley. Don't know. I know that Tug Valley lost what, 15 seniors, 16.
They actually got a lot returning, from according to what the paper said. So
That might have been
The
what.
game is at Hurley, correct?
At the Clift. At the Clift. We need to put that T on that Clift over there.
Yes. What you got, Coach? Let's put pressure on him first. Pete.
Yes.
that'd be easy. Going with the Rebels.
The Rebels. I got the Rebels in this
Brandon
one.
Davis is back as the defensive coordinator. I'm about to call for a shutout. At Hurley, I'm going to
Now, if it was
say.
at Tug Valley, you're 7 in the hole before you get on the bus.
I'm going to say
He's going to predict us a score.
16-0 Hurley.
16-0 Hurley, all right.
I'm going to pick 16-0. Let's see.
I got Hurley as well. Coach Austin Cooper gets his first dub.
And I think it's going to be a tough game. I think first game jitters, everything,
I seen them.
coaches and everything.
They're
And,
big. Tug Valley's big, physical. team.
and so is Hurley. But Junior said the best. Brandon Davis is back. And boys,
We put the pressure
he's
on
one
him.
of the best. And I'm gonna go with Hurley.
All right, and we've got one last game here to pick, I think, and it
yeah.
is the game.
Game of the week.
Game of the week.
Wonder who that could be.
I can't think of anybody.
And I can't wait to see how y'all pick yes. Y'all on that
I don't
train.
know.
Graham at Bluefield. And Graham's gonna travel a long ways for this game.
Oh, really?
Yes. And use a different locker room.
Oh.
Who you got, boys? I wanna
Who's
hear
going
it.
first?
You? No, Moore goes
I'll
first.
go
I'll go
Let's
first.
ahead.
Real simple for me. I'm picking Graham to pull the big this time.
Upset.
Guys,
Upset.
what do we always say? In
To beat
Bluefield, to beat the team, to be the team, you have to beat them.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think they're gonna-
sorry,
they're gonna
Pong,
beat 'em
I'm
this
sorry, Snake, I'm going with the Bluefield Beavers.
Oh, he's got the Beavers.
I'm going with the Beavers. We say it all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I change my pick?
No.
No, I'm going,
No.
I'm going with Graham.
I'm going Graham too.
I'm going with Bluefield.
Okay.
I'm going with Bluefield.
He does it again, Palmer.
All right. We've got these picks recorded. Next week, we'll let everybody know what our records are. With that being said, I want to go through our sponsors one more time and remind everybody to visit them, CarQuest Auto Parts, Hurley Pharmacy, Economy Drug, Wooden Horse Grill in Hurley, Grundy Auto Sales, Buchanan Therapy Services, and Buchanan General Hospital, and of course, Hurley IGA. Any parting shots, last comments, or anything before we dismiss here, fellas?
I think I'm going to travel up to watch the Golden Wave and the Panthers play. I think that's if Graham and Bluefield didn't play, that would be the game of the week. Twin Valley and Grundy, and I think I'm going to head up that way.
I think it's going to be good. It's going to be a really good crowd and
Good atmosphere.
good atmosphere. And I think
Coach
it's
Moore's
gonna be fun.
fixing grill hamburgers and steaks out there, but you have to buy it
But you have to buy 'em. Peanuts. We'll have peanuts for sale also.
with a free appetizer.
With a free appetizer
You
at
bet.
Texas Roadhouse. Don't
Oh.
forget that. Those will be available as well. Anything you got?
Good. I think, guys, I think the Ridgeview and J.I. Burton game is going to be a big key game also.
Well, you say a big key game, and Norton's going to do all this. You've got Ridgeview at number 2, Norton on in your top 5, and you think,
that's
no.
one ain't single. What are we talking about, man? No, you can't speak.
Well, you don't even have them in the top 5.
Union's in my 2A. Ridgeview's
Yes, you got them at number 2, but you don't even have.
J.I. Burton's number 3 and 1A.
Oh,
What?
my
What?
bad.
What are you
I'm
talking
saying
about?
correct.
Listen, man, I've been driving that yellow coach in the mornings, waking up at 5. I'm seeing that black dog.
Now you know.
All right. All right. Till next time, I'm Coach Moore.
Most days.
Coach Krieger.
Reminding you that elevators smell different to midgets. Good day.